let's take 2 for us. Is your gym worth it?
I bother going to the gym at all.
Okay, so there we go. First question: Why bother going to the gym? It's a great question. Why bother going to the gym?
For me, it's kind of a social thing. I go to chat to other people, to see other people. I also go to get away from the stresses of everything else that's happened during the day. So for me, it's somewhere where I can go, meet other people, chat to other people, and work on personal goals. So me time.
And I would say we go to the gym. The gym is like this falsely created environment that we need to create for humans, because we spend our days mostly like this. Trying to choose what type of gym to go to can be fairly difficult. Now, it's easy for me, as carrying on from last week. I need a corner to be able to socially distance myself from people and be able to do deadlifts, and that's me. I'm happy, so I'm easily pleased. However, there is a plethora of gym models out there. How do you kind of choose which one is best for you? And obviously, if we start off, we looked at the there's everything from budget to high end, right? So I know from being a gym owner that the first thing anyone ever used to email me or ask me on the phone was, how much?
How much is your price? So I guess at the budget end of things, you've got this. You can go to a gym, a few quid a month. You go into the gym. There's nobody there. It's unmanned. There's not much else by way of experience, I would say.
No, I mean, I think it's a hard one. How do I convince people not to go to those? Not to go to there's. I see that big adverts in the windows. Join now, $14.99 a month. Maybe some places even cheaper. That is a great. I think that's a great price to be able to go and work out.
I mean, so personally, I've never lasted very long in a gym like that. I mean, so I have belonged to gyms like that, but I've never lasted very long. Mostly because, I mean, I'm a qualified coach as well, so I kind of do know what I'm doing. I know how to do the movements. I know what I'm doing. I know how to program. But if I go into that gym environment, I'm always a bit like, well, there's too much choice. Well, what do I do? Like, what should I be doing? So actually, in some ways, having a guide, someone coach me has been better than me just going in and trying to decide myself what to do, because I just change plan every few weeks.
The way I look at it is, I look at how do you break down what you actually get for your tied-in membership that starts off at $14.99 a month. Basically, you are hiring the equipment. You're paying to hire the equipment for the time you go in there. What else do you get for that? What service do you get for
Nothing.
that? What assistance do you get to help you along your path? Do they help align do they help you achieve your goals? No, is the answer to that. They almost want you not to attend the gym.
I think those business models rely on you not doing it every week.
Yeah, so probably not the best one. My favourite analogy on this one, I like my analogies if you listen every week, is to look at what your training literacy is. So how good are you? Like for me, going to budget, I could make that work, but my training literacy is pretty good. If you were, and the way we'll look at this is a library. So if you were taken to a library every day for a year, but you couldn't read and you were left in the library, how much knowledge? There's tons and tons of knowledge in that library, but how much would you actually learn in that year if no one was there to teach you to read? You wouldn't achieve an awful lot. The analogy I wanted to use was Emma learning to play the guitar, but we won't go there because she didn't want me to bring that one up. But basically,
I'm a great bass player.
Yeah, basically you're not going to achieve much without someone, a person, showing you what to do.
I think that's really important as well. I mean, even like we said, if I've been to a budget gym, I kind of know what I'm doing. I could still do with guidance. So I think for the it could work, but for the majority of people, having someone to guide you towards your goals is probably a better way.
Yeah, I mean, one of the examples that I had this week was I decided to go on these. I don't know what the machine's called, but the arms go like this, and you kind of slide your feet like. Is that a cross trainer?
I think it's a cross trainer.
Yeah. So I did that for 40 minutes on my recovery day this week. I paid to go to the gym to use it. I spent 40 minutes on it because I see that's what everyone else goes and does it. So I thought I'll have a crack at that. What a waste of 40 minutes. I would have I would have been better served going for a walk. So I think most people go to the gym, they tend to go and use these things. They need someone to tell them what to do.
To be fair, I would be like, go outside. If you're going to do that, go outside and go for a walk.
Yeah, because if your goal is,
Save 40 quid and get a coffee on the way.
Absolutely, if your goal is to get in shape or fat loss, address the diet and go to the gym to get stronger and move and learn to move well. And you need someone to show you how to do that. The next thing would be like finding a coach. Does your gym provide you with a coach?
Well, yes, you can get a coach. You can get an instructor, and an instructor and a coach are two different things. You might have someone at the front of a class instructing you. I say it every week. Have a coach that gives a shit, so that actually knows your name, that knows what your goals are, and can help guide you towards your goals, rather than in the kind of large style group model. Everybody's doing the same program, and if it doesn't fit your needs or your goal, then you get lost through the process, I think. So someone that is actually going to guide you towards your goals.
Yeah, and it is that, is that again, when we looked at the price, is that included in your membership? Currently, the membership that I pay, I don't see anyone actually from the minute I walk in to the minute I leave. So yeah, I think, and a lot of people that I do see who come in, those who seem to do stuff that I would say, well, they look like they know what they're doing. They follow their phone. Their phone kind of guides them around the gym and tells them what to do. So they are getting some kind of. They're obviously following a program.
You can get online programs.
So there is the online, but then you're obviously paying for the online program, so you have to add that onto your gym membership.
Which then probably takes you to the price of a more expensive premium gym anyway, and then actually you can speak to your coach rather than doing it through an app.
So I do feel that guidance doesn't even need to be a coach. Guidance is really, really important in your gym model, whatever it is that you choose to do. I think that's where I think any model, be it class, be it CrossFit, whatever, is better if there is someone there showing you what to do, whether it's writing your program, guiding you through the program, showing you what good form is, correcting bad form, helping you when you say got an injury or that you've got to work around. All of those things, I think is massively important. So if we then look at like the sort of the ethos of a gym, I mean, you talked about it right at the start, that you go to a gym a lot for the social interaction, the community part of it. Now, if there's a good ethos at a gym, then generally there is a good community at the gym to be part of as well, which is a massive part of keeping on track, right?
Exactly, and then people know your name. It's good fun. There's a good system and a good sort of culture in place to do things outside of the gym as well as in it. So you're supported not just in the gym but outside. I think that's really important for keeping on track.
And it also brings in some kind of accountability, right? If you're part of a community. You almost feel like you've got to go because your mate is going to that session. You check.
Someone will ask, someone will check if you're not there. Like somebody actually gives a shit.
Yeah, someone actually knows that you didn't turn up. One of my favourite ways of looking at it is actually Greg Glassman, CEO of CrossFit. The way he looks at the gym, is your gym worth it? Do they give a shit? Because I know you keep mentioning like you go to a gym and give a shit. Is check the toilet. He has this measure of whether a gym is actually cares about you as a customer by go straight to the toilet and check. Oh no, he said that's what he does. He will go and check the toilet at a gym to see if they really care about what they do. And I think that's it's a really good way. Go and check the toilet in your gym. And there's also is it a good fit for you? Not everyone likes like the group. We just talked about the group sessions. Not everyone likes that. You say that the budget gym model of going in, just doing your own thing, and then going doesn't work.
It doesn't work for me. The right community, the right ethos, good coaches that can guide me. If I've got a goal, then I want to achieve that goal. So I want to find the right environment to achieve that goal. It could be any different kind of model.
Yeah, and so fun. Is it fun?
Right? Are you continuing to have fun? Are you supported in what you're doing? And actually, is there a system in which you can track that progress towards your goal? So and track real progress, like trends instead of just day-to-day variability kind of thing.
Yeah, I know. A lot of it can be cut back to, do you have fun? Because if we talk to coaches a lot about consistency being one of the key factors to to achieving progress. Now, if fun keeps you consistent, then don't that's not a factor to just be kind of like scoffed at. Well, fun's not going to make me like achieve my lifting potential. Actually, it could do. If you enjoy it, you're likely to keep going. You're more likely to be consistent. Let's take a look at PT. Is PT? I mean, you've had PT in the past. Is PT a good fit for you?
For a short while, I got some progress. It was fine. I prefer, like I say, I'm after the social interaction, so I prefer it when I train with other people. So 1-to-1, I don't necessarily like being watched like all the time. But yeah, I mean, it can work. It can be a good model, but it's quite expensive. I think
it's an expensive model, expensive way to get fit because I've always talked about you need to be doing at least 3 to 5 sessions a week. Now that's going to start.
I've never been able to afford that.
That's going to really start racking up. And there are other sort of models you can do where you see your PT once a week. Also sets you what to do for the rest of the week. That's a.
Well, and then you have to go to the Globo gym to get it done on your own anyway. So then you need a separate membership and training on your own.
And then there's like the finding a good PT. Like I've seen all levels. There's everything from the really advanced trainer to someone who's just qualified, 18 years old, pretty clueless, and they can be presented with your case whereby you may be a little bit older with a few injuries, a few movement restrictions, maybe that wasn't on their course that they did, and you could be handing yourself to someone who doesn't really know what they're doing. So I think the PT model, whilst it's good, if you can find a good trainer to recommend, it's a fantastic way of advancing or accelerating your progress. I think one of the best ways is probably the small group PT model. This one, what I think it captures is the best of both worlds. So you talk about like the social interaction, like be that team spirit, be that being part of a group. It still captures that because you get to work out as a group, but it's a smaller group which allows you the attention that you want from having
So you get good attention, and at the same time you get this nice small group situation where you do know everybody's name because it's small enough that you manage those interactions and you can build a really strong community and friendship within those small groups as well.
Yeah, and the group is small enough that it can be personalised very much for you. If the trainer is good, they will know how to deal with the small group to get a couple of you doing activities whilst really focusing on another two, then set them so while you focus your. So if you've got a good trainer, it's a fantastic way. It means that you're not completely under the scrutiny all the time when you really need the rest from that scrutiny, as well as the trainer needs to be able to look away and come back to you with fresh eyes again to be able to give you better guidance, I think. And then there's cost that kind of like meets the two, so you get the benefits of having almost personal training. It's not personal training; it's group training, but it's a small group. So,
well, it's personalised to you, so in that sense.
Personalised to you, but you get it at a price that is way more affordable. So that is a model that I'm fairly new to that, but I've seen more of it as I'm visiting more gyms and learning more at the moment. I think that looks like a great model to me. And I think lastly, really, we just need to talk about you need to have patience, whatever you're going to do. Don't go in and expect to get you expecting to learn your guitar straight away in a very short time.
Exactly, yeah. So consistency is always key in that sense. So fun is a route to being consistent, because if you're having fun, you'll keep doing it. Consistency is the key, and obviously progress happens over time. So.
Well, one of my favourite ways of explaining that is I remember when I first went to go and see James Jousey about my movement. I had some pretty bad shoulder problems. They weren't caused by shoulder. They were actually T-spine problems that meant my shoulder had to do too much work. But I wanted to be fixed straight away. And he said, look, it's taken you about 30 years to put yourself in the mess that you are. You're not going to fix it in 30 minutes. You want a gym that has best fit for you.
Absolutely, and I think so. Those systems that those gyms will have in place as well is to be able to track and measure that progress, so that you can see progress along the way, real progress, not just sort of day-to-day variation in how you're performing on any one day to the next. But